Trailing the Hunter's Moon is presented by Ruger, rugged, reliable firearms. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Trichicon, brilliant aiming solutions. Wildlife Systems, serving hunters and landowners since 1987. DSC, conservation, education, and protecting hunters' rights.
I'm sure once it gets light, there should be quite a few antelope scattered out across this bottom here.
Looks like it kind of does.
It does. It's kind of the drainage that runs down through there.
Mm-hmm.
When I was here doing the cursory survey a couple of months ago, one of the biggest antelope, if not the biggest, that I saw was kind of right to the right of the slope of that hill right there. Runs down into the flat, and so my plans are for us to eventually start working back
migrate that way. Yeah. There's a lot of, this is a big wide open valley. Nice this morning too.
Yeah.
Sun's coming up over here and moon's still up over here.
That's perfect.
Wind's quite calm. Opening day of pronghorn season here in Texas, huh?
It is. It's a 9-day season. Today's first day. One of the interesting features about the full moon, a lot of big game hunters don't like full moons.
Right.
With the pronghorn, since they're a diurnal animal, it really makes
no difference. Yeah.
Stampede.
4, 5 or 6 now.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah, you see them up there. You can see horns on one of them for sure.
Already picking up the mirage effect.
Getting too much mirage out there. A pretty good buck kind of on the left side there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just an amazing amount of mirage.
This segment of DSC's Trailing the Hunter's Moon is brought to you by Double Nickel Taxidermy.
First morning of pronghorn antelope season here in Texas. We're out here with Wildlife Systems, and we have the great pleasure of being guided by Mr. Greg Simons himself today, as well as an intern from Texas A&M University, Gage, who happens to be from where I grew up and from, and we happen to know a lot of the same people, and I happen to know his family, so small world. It's going to be a fun 3 days of hunting pronghorn antelope out here on the prairies of West Texas. We're not too far from Marathon, Texas, and right now we're just glassing some goats that we just found all the way across this valley floor. Greg's looking at them through the spotting scope right now. We got some visitors here that think they're going to get fed. Belong to the landowner, but it's a beautiful morning. We're excited to be here. going to be a fun couple, 2-3 days. There's a buck over here. See that?
With the naked eye, that one there?
Well, see that white stuff?
Uh-huh.
That looks like it's not a goat, but go to the right of that, and there's a buck all by himself.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good group to the left over here.
Yeah.
Come to the right a pretty good ways, say like a couple hundred yards, and then look
right
up
in the
on
middle.
look up on the hillside. There's
3, it looks like.
and then there's 2 more up towards the top of the hill.
Yeah.
More and more popping up.
And there's,
One over here.
yeah, that one right over here, right in front of that yucca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're decent. Got looks like 2 does and 2 fawns there with them.
I lost sight of this buck that was over here to the right.
He's got his head down.
You see him?
Yeah. You can kind of see the yucca sticking straight up, like
Oh yeah, no, I just found him. Okay.
right to the right of it.
This segment of Trailing the Hunter's Moon is provided by Ripcord Rescue Travel Protection. We got your back.
Hi, I'm Greg Simons with Wildlife Systems. Pronghorn antelope are considered to be an icon animal of the American West. And when we think about pronghorns, one of the things that people often think of is that they're the fastest land mammal in North America, and indeed they are. But one of the things that makes them even more unique is their horn structure. They're the only horned animal on the planet that not only sheds the outer sheath of that horn each year, but also has a prong, a fork, on their horn. They are a great conservation success story in that through these private-public partnerships, we've been able to have these translocation programs where we restock pronghorns into areas where their numbers have been depleted down and where it helps ensure the sustainability of these iconic animals for the enjoyment of future generations.
Walking across this flat, we were looking at some antelope right here, a buck with his 2 does. And I just watched a badger. He's right here. He's in this prairie dog hole. He's hunting prairie dogs. We'll see if we get a little closer to him. He has no idea we're here.